In this video, I just wanted to share with you a little bit about my numbers, explain the numbers a little bit with my height growth, and also give you an idea of what you can expect in future videos, and also share with you what I've been up to recently. Yeah, you saw me look down because I got some notes here, so I don't lose my spot. 5'8" and an eighth. That's where I am right now, and I'll explain how I got that. And that's up from 5'7" and a quarter. But I would feel comfortable about, talking more about my routine, talking more about my stretches and what I eat and supplements, if any, after I reach maybe 5'9", okay, especially if I reach 5'11". If I reach 5'11", I definitely feel comfortable about sharing some things that I do. And I say that because, it's, I'm still at a place right now where it's still kind of hard to believe that I actually went up in growth, and it's like, man, is this gonna stick? Is it just fluid in my cartilage in my spine? I mean, what is it? Will this really stick? Although there's a relative who used to tease me. There's a relative who used to tease me about how taller she was than I. She used to tease me about it. And recently we stood next to each other in the mirror, and I was clearly taller than her. And she couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Her mouth was gapped open. She had a frown on her face. It was incredible. It was incredible. We both had our shoes off and everything. I actually talk about it in one of my other videos. I just got to edit it and put it up. I made that video about a week ago. I don't know. I got to get her permission before I put it up there. But I'm taller. I'm taller than her. And she's been taller than me for years. She teased me about it for years. And it was crazy. It was crazy. I talk more about it. I don't want to ramble. But yeah, so, yeah. I'm 5'8" and a quarter. It feels great. I'm actually seeing results. There were witnesses that I am now taller than this person when I wasn't before. Blew me away. A really surreal feeling. But I really want to make sure that I'm doing the right things. I don't want to share something with you and then you might, think about trying it, and it might actually be a waste of time for you because it really doesn't yield results. So I'm just still trying to figure out, what works good for me. And I'll feel like I have that proof when I'm like 5'9", 5'11". If you want to know my goal is like 6'1.5" to 6'2". I know that's ridiculous, but I got even something more ridiculous for you. When I'm stretching, what really gets me excited is 6'4", okay? I really want to be 6'4", okay? But 6'1.5", 6'2", that's what I like to go for. That's how tall my dad was. So, 6'1.5", 6'2", that would be sweet. Man, it's been some great experiences with me growing taller. I shared another video. I want to edit it, and I don't want to say it now to be repetitive, but it's been great. It's been great. When other people, they see it. They see it. It's great. And if I'm 6'2", man, if I'm 6'2", it's going to be crazy. Walking past people, they don't know who I am. They can't believe it. It's incredible. So, and I've already experienced some of that by just being 5'8" and an eighth. 5'8" and an eighth. What's going to happen if I reach 6 feet, 6'2", or 6'4"? So, in future videos, even though I won't be saying much about my routine or my stretching, I will keep you up to date on my height growth. Will I just put up a video every week? I don't know. I'm thinking that what I should probably do is just anytime I grow, like the next time I grow from 5'8" and an eighth, upload a video and say, okay, this is where I am now. And then the next time I grow from that, I put up a video and say, okay, hey, this is where I am now. I'm thinking that'll be easier for me. And I think, I don't know, that might be, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but it seemed like that makes sense for me. I don't know. Of course, you might have comments about it, and feel free, but I'm thinking just anytime I have growth, I mention it by uploading a video. Oh man, there's a bug. How do I measure myself? There's a method I use. I made a book. I use a book, by the way, and how I use that book, I basically put the back of the book against the wall and slide it down until the bottom of the book hits my head. I showed that in another video I made last week, and I just have to edit that and post it. I don't have a statiometer right now, and that costs a grip for my budget, and so I'll just wait on that and just keep using the wall. I measure myself every morning. The first measurement was done in the late at night on the 13th of September, maybe even the 14th of September, because it crossed over from midnight. It was probably 1 a.m., 2 a.m., maybe 3 a.m. And I also was dehydrated that day. It was a crazy day. I explained that in another video, but it was crazy. So dehydrated, I was 5'7 1/4. Every measurement after that was done in the morning as soon as I got up, okay? And that's the way I've chosen to measure myself. It seems more simple, and it's more motivating, and it just helps me to keep beating my best, do everything I can to beat my previous height, and that's all I need to focus on. And so that's a simple method I use every morning. As soon as I get up, measure myself and see if I've gotten taller. To be honest, there was one morning where I didn't measure myself. I woke up like in the middle of the night, went to the restroom. I looked in the mirror and I looked taller. I can like kind of gauge myself of how I look in the mirror. And I was like, oh, dude, you tall right now. You tall. But I didn't measure myself at that time. But I'm pretty sure that at that moment I was more than 5'8 1/8. But hey, didn't measure myself. It was in the wee hours of the night. So, you know, I didn't bother. But anyway, I think that's about it. Oh yeah. On my driver's license, it says 5'7", but when I measured myself on the wall, it said 5'7 1/4. Well, that's something I discovered this year. A few months ago, I discovered that I was a little more than 5'7". Now, that's interesting to me, and it may be encouraging to you if you're the age of 19, somewhere between the ages of 19 and up. When I was 18, from what I remember, I was definitely 5'7". I was 5'7". That extra 1/4 inch in height came from somewhere between high school and where I am now. I don't know where it came from.